When I came home from Vietnam, I didn't feel welcome. It took me a long time before I felt I was home. It's not an unusual feeling for a veteran. All that stuff I put in that closet, took me 45 years to expose that part of my life. And the coming home retreat was the safe place that allowed this to happen in my life. Francis of Assisi was a combat veteran himself. He was a knight, and he was captured, put in a dungeon for a year. He came out of that with a moral injury, with post-traumatic stress. He found a way to self-medicate with nature. San Luis Rey provides that setting for healing. The Coming Home Retreat is a single-day retreat for veterans and adult family members of active, reserve, or military veterans, held at Mission San Luis Rey Retreat Center in Oceanside, California. Based on the spiritual exercises of St. Ignatius of Loyola and St. Francis of Assisi, the retreat will offer you a safe place to reflect and share with each other our experiences and transitions to and from military life in this beautiful setting.
This program is for you, just to remind you a little bit of what's really important, meet some people who have had some similar experiences that you've had.
You come here and you don't have to explain anything. It's an automatic understanding that you don't need to establish at all.
So many men and women come back from deployments. Some transition back to civilian life easily, but some don't. They're lost. They need to reconnect with people, and that's a problem. It's hard to do. Your mind or your eyes have closed up a little bit to the beauty that's around you, and here we can explore that new place.
When you boil it all down, we all have the same type of issues coming back from a combat situation. We all feel the same way, and we all have difficulty talking about some of this stuff. It really helped me understand what I was going through and how I felt, and that I am making progress in the process. I really wish I would have gone through this 20 years ago or more.
The retreat that we have here is open to adult family members and caregivers, people who are as impacted as the veteran himself.
I think it's good for family members to come to this retreat, not just veterans. Sometimes the veteran or the family member won't open up if they're together, but in the smaller groups when we break out, then they do, because then the veterans can really open up to other veterans who already understand where they're coming from. Family members open up to family members.
We tend to be caregivers, and we tend to put our feelings secondary. So it was good to bring some of those feelings up instead of just what our spouses were feeling. And it was also good for some of the women that their husbands were in Vietnam to bring some of those feelings up.
I buried a woman's husband. She was grieving. Her husband was a Vietnam vet. When he was dying, in his mind, he was in Vietnam, screaming for help, screaming for forgiveness. It still breaks my heart to think about that. She said, why wouldn't he ever talk to me about it? I said, he didn't talk about it because he loved you. That made all the difference in that woman's life. That's what my retreat tries to address, those sorts of issues with people. We're not alone in all of this. It's intergenerational, and it's all walks of life. It's for all faiths, all beliefs, people that were seeking forgiveness, seeking reconciliation, seeking a way to repurpose their lives. We have to rework ourselves a little bit. And this retreat gives us some tools to do that. The retreat at San Luis Rey is free of charge. All you have to do is register. Isn't it time to come home?